Temple town Ayodhya is being adorned with flowers, lights, sculptures and wall paintings to give it a divine look ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit today. As the city prepares for a grand consecration ceremony next month, the demand for fresh flowers has increased. A string of orange and yellow marigolds, roses and various other colorful flowers are being wrapped around the lamp post as workers are working to meticulously put together various flowers into artistic formations to decorate the entire city. The holy city of Ayodhya in the North Indian state of Uttar Pradesh is set to receive a big boost in air and rail connectivity. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will visit Ayodhya today and inaugurate a host of projects aimed at making the town better prepared to handle the huge anticipated rush of pilgrims in near future. DD India's Ravi Dhiman reports.
The city of Ayodhya has its own historical, religious and cultural importance. On 30th of December, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will take an important step that will make this city realize the infrastructure connectivity potential it surely needs and deserves. For in coming weeks, months and years hereafter, this city is going to witness an influx of thousands and thousands of tourists, devotees and pilgrims.
Ayodhya witnessed hectic activity on December 29th as the city made last-minute preparations for the Prime Minister's visit. Roads were decked up with flowers and security agencies did the mock drills for the all-important visit. Prime Minister's visit will herald a new era of enhanced connectivity for this historic town. It will bring gifts of connectivity, civic and developmental projects for this town. Prime Minister will first inaugurate the redeveloped Ayodhya railway station and flag off new Amrit Bharat trains and Vande Bharat trains. The railway station has been renamed as Ayodhya Dham Junction. The station, with a blend of temple architecture and modern amenities, will be a major boon for thousands of pilgrims that come to that temple town every year. The new terminal will cater to the increased rush anticipated in not too distant future.
The main road leading to the entrance of the railway station and to the main lobby rivals that of any international airport. The outside architecture is based on the Nagara temple style, and it is fully complemented by modern facilities and amenities that will be available to the passengers once they arrive in this railway station. So come 2024, all the pilgrims and visitors coming to Ayodhya are set for a pleasant surprise.
Prime Minister will thereafter inaugurate the newly built Ayodhya airport. The airport is a sight to behold, a perfect blend of temple architecture depicting the rich history of the place and passenger amenities comparable to the best in the world. Prime Minister will also address a huge gathering right outside the airport. There he will inaugurate, dedicate to the nation and lay the foundation stone of multiple development projects worth more than 15,700 crores in the state. These include projects worth about 11,100 crore for the development of Ayodhya and its surrounding areas, and projects worth about 4,600 crore related to other projects across the state of Uttar Pradesh.
The workers here in Ayodhya are braving the elements to deck the city and welcome Prime Minister Narendra Modi and thousands of others who are coming to Ayodhya to make it indeed a memorable day in the history of this city. With cameraman SP Dubey, this is Ravi Dhiman in Ayodhya for DD India.
India's Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said that the third National Conference of Chief Secretaries had fruitful deliberations on a wide range of issues as they discussed the means of ensuring better service delivery and ensuring good governance for all citizens. In a social media post, the Prime Minister said, "Over the last 2 days, attended the Conference of Chief Secretaries. We had fruitful deliberations on a wide range of policy-related issues and also discussed on means of ensuring better service delivery as well as ensuring good governance for all citizens." Prime Minister Narendra Modi has hailed the signing of Memorandum of Settlement with United Liberation Front of Assam, saying it paves the way for lasting progress in Assam. Responding to Home Minister Amit Shah's social post, informing that the Government of India and the Government of Assam have signed a Memorandum of Settlement with the oldest insurgent group of the state, ULFA. The Prime Minister, in a post on X, said, Today marks a significant milestone in Assam's journey towards peace and development. This agreement paves the way for lasting progress in Assam. I commend the efforts of all involved in this landmark achievement. Together, we move towards a future of unity, growth, and prosperity for all. Aiming to bring a lasting peace in India's northeastern state of Assam, the central and the state government of Assam have signed a long elusive tripartite peace accord with the United Liberation Front of Assam. The agreement is a major step toward ending the ULFA insurgency and providing stability for the people of Assam. Take a look at the reports.
In presence of Union Home Minister and Minister of Cooperation Amit Shah, a memorandum of settlement was signed between Government of India, Government of Assam and representatives of United Liberation Front of Assam in New Delhi on Friday. On this occasion, Amit Shah said that today is a golden day for Assam when peace is going to be established in Northeast and Assam, which have been bearing the brunt of violence for a long time.
आज मेरे लिए बहुत हर्ष का विषय है कि आज आसाम के भविष्य के लिए एक सुनहरा दिन है। लंबे समय से आसाम ने हिंसा को झेला है। पिछले 5 वर्षों में 9 शांति और सीमा संबंधित समझौते अलग-अलग राज्यों के पूरे नॉर्थ ईस्ट में हुए हैं। इसके कारण नॉर्थ ईस्ट के एक बड़े हिस्से में शांति की स्थापना हुई।
The Union Home Minister said on record that more than 9,000 cadres have surrendered and the Armed Forces Special Powers Act has been lifted from 85% area of Assam. He also said that under today's agreement, ULFA representatives have agreed to abjure path of violence, lay down all their arms and ammunition and disband their armed organization. ULFA has also agreed to vacate all camps occupied by its armed cadres, engage in the peaceful democratic process established by law and maintain the integrity of the country. He said that Government of India has agreed to provide a huge package and several big projects for all-round development of Assam.
आज ये समस्या का संपूर्ण समाधान हो रहा है, इसका मुझे आनंद है। उल्फा के प्रतिनिधियों से बात कर भारत सरकार के द्वारा एक बहुत बड़ी अमाउंट का पैकेज और इसके साथ-साथ ढेर सारे आसाम के विकास के प्रोजेक्ट को भी हमने स्वीकृति दी है।
Assam Chief Minister Dr. Hemanta Biswa Sarma and senior officials of the Ministry of Home Affairs and Government of Assam were also present during the signing of the MOU.
असम के लिए और एक ऐतिहासिक दिन है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का कार्यकाल में गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी का मार्गदर्शन में हमारा असम का जो शांति का प्रक्रिया ये निरंतर चलते रहा। प्रधानमंत्री जी का आशीर्वाद हमारा पास था। आज सक्सेसफुली गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी का दिखाव में हमने बोडो एकॉर्ड किया, कार्बी एकॉर्ड किया, आदिवासी एकॉर्ड किया और करीबन 8,756 जो हमारे मिलिटेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में जुड़े हुए युवा साथी थे, सारे लोग मेन स्ट्रीम में आ चुका है।
Modi government has signed NLFT agreement in 2019, Bru and Budo in 2020, Karbi in 2021, Adivasi agreement in 2022, Assam Meghalaya border agreement, Assam Arunachal border agreement, an agreement with UNLF in 2023 and today with ULFA. With this agreement, a new era of peace is going to begin for the entire Northeast and especially Assam. Home Minister added that this would not have been possible without Prime Minister Narendra Modi's broader vision of an insurgency-free Northeast.
On to the Russia-Ukraine conflict. The number of people killed after a wave of airstrikes across the Ukrainian territory has increased, according to local authorities. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky accused Russia of launching 110 missiles, using what he said was nearly every weapon in Moscow's arsenal. DD India's Dasha Chernyshyova reports from Moscow.
Russian Ministry of Defense says Russian troops carried out more than 50 strikes and one massive strike with high-precision weapons and drones on military facilities of the Ukrainian armed forces. According to the ministry, over the past week, Moscow hit airfields, storage areas including artillery, ammunition, unmanned boats, weapons and fuel for military equipment. It says it also hit deployment positions of the Ukrainian military and foreign mercenaries. Moscow says it seeks to accomplish the goals of its so-called special military operation in Ukraine and destroys Ukrainian military infrastructure. At the same time, Russian Ministry of Defense said that Ukraine fired 3 HARM anti-radar missiles produced in the United States against the border region of Belgorod. They were intercepted by the Russian air defense systems. And the head of the Belgorod region accused Ukraine of firing more than 60 munitions at populated areas of the region over the past 24 hours. In the meantime, Russian ambassador to the United States, Anatoly Antonov, said that new arms supplies to Ukraine cannot change the situation on the ground. He said the US should not seek to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia, as all NATO equipment and ammunition are going to be burned and destroyed. Dasha Chernashova in Moscow, reporting for DD India.
The United Nations Security Council met on Friday to discuss the situation in Ukraine. The urgent meeting of the 15-member council was convened at the request of Kyiv and its allies to address the strike. Several council members, including the United States, France and Britain, expressed condemnation of the attacks on Ukraine.
We ask all council members here today to join us in condemning in the strongest terms this abhorrent attack on cities and civilian infrastructure across Ukraine. Rather than peace, Putin chose to mark this holiday season and usher in the new year with an unprecedented number of drone and missile attacks against another UN member state.
These missiles were aimed at population centers across Ukraine, at Kyiv, Lviv, Dnipro, Odessa, Kharkiv, Kamytsky, and many more cities. They struck homes, apartment buildings, shopping centres and metros. A maternity hospital and a regional oncology centre have been damaged. In short, civilian infrastructure.
Russia's ambassador to the UN, Vasily, asserted in a reply that Russia had exclusively targeted military infrastructure in Ukraine and attributed civilian casualties to Ukraine's air defense system. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres condemned the attacks by Russia on Ukraine, and in a statement, UN spokesperson said the attacks against civilians and civilian infrastructure violate international humanitarian law, are unacceptable and must end immediately. Meanwhile, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky visited eastern Ukraine's embattled town of Avdiivka. The brigade's commander briefed Zelensky on operational situation on the battlefield and the status of defensive actions. Taking to his social media, Zelensky said that he had discussed the defense situation and basic needs with the commander. He also presented soldiers with state awards and thanked them for their service. And still to come on this edition of DD India Live. We will show you how New York City is getting up for New Year Eve celebrations. India's Met Department issues orange alert as national capital New Delhi witnesses dense fog. Stay tuned to watch our special report on how online payment app Bheem has changed the payment landscape in India.
has gone through a paradigm shift in 2023. Large-scale projects have changed its infrastructural landscape. A network of zipping trains connect remote regions. Architects and engineers have built mammoth structure. Swanky, gleaming airports dot the nation. Waterways connect towns and ports, boosting business. Multimodal projects and SEZs bolster the economy, giving a tangible shape to the country's aspirations of becoming a global economic hub. Watch an exclusive roundup, New India's infrastructure push in 2023, only on DD India.
You're watching DD India Live. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj. And as Israel combats Hamas from the Gaza front, it also continues to retaliate attacks from Hezbollah from its northern side. Israel struck Hezbollah targets in Lebanon on Friday, impacting the group's positioning near the border. Hezbollah has been trading fire with Israel as the border since Hamas attacked Israel on October 7.
We continue intensive strikes to hit Hezbollah's deployment close to the northern border. It no longer looks as it did on October 6th, nor will it. South Lebanon won't be as it was.
While the Israeli army released a video on Friday showing new tunnel network of Hamas discovered in Gaza. The tunnels, according to Israeli army, contained an electricity network, an elevator, ventilation and sewage infrastructure with prayer rooms and resting rooms.
We found a very significant tunnel network of Hamas, a network used by the senior officials. It's a very deep tunnel network, deeper than previous tunnel networks. This tunnel is different. It has an elevator that goes down a very long tunnel shaft.
Israeli Defense Minister visited an airbase in northern Israeli port city of Haifa, greeting the pilots and the airbase personnel on Friday. During his visit, he praised the Air Force operations as impressive and pledged to continue intensive actions against Hamas until all goals are achieved.
We are conducting intensive actions in the Gaza Strip, which will continue until our goals are achieved. At this time, we are focused on the Khan Yunis area. Our achievements are precise and impressive, and the results are not late to arrive.
Furthermore, Israel reiterated that it does not limit humanitarian aid into Gaza and that the problem was with its distribution inside of enclave.
This past Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, the UN requested that we close the Kerem Shalom crossing for aid inspections due to congestion on the Gaza side. Israel continues to have excess capacity for the inspection and passage of aid trucks into Gaza, and we place no limit on the amount of humanitarian supplies which can enter the Strip. Suggesting otherwise is a fallacy.
The Meteorological Department has issued orange alert for dense fog in Delhi on Saturday. A thick blanket of fog in the national capital resulted in the visibility reduced to few meters. The lower visibility impacted railways as well as delays in flights were reported. As the cold has intensified in India's capital Delhi, homeless people have taken shelter in the shelter homes. The sudden cancellations of flights and trains have affected travel plans and onward journeys of many passengers going out on vacations or business meetings. Residents in California brace up for more wet weather over the weekend, a day after massive waves slammed the coastline. A video footage showed residents cleaning up as the waves sent ocean waters rushing into homes, inundating homes and businesses with sand, salt water and other ocean debris. Workers spent Friday morning stacking sandbags in the event that more rain forecast for weekend combines with strong winds and high tides. Floods triggered by relentless rains have continued to batter Peru as streets in the northeastern part were seen submerged in floodwaters. A video footage also showed people using wooden boats through flooded streets. In the Amazonas region, residents of Condorcanqui province were forced to leave their homes, leaving their belongings behind underwater. Local media state that heavy rains have left more than 50 homes affected in at least 20 communities. Authorities have said that evacuations of residents may be required and advised locals to remain vigilant and not to approach the Sol and Nieva River. All right, let's take a look at other stories making news across the world. Hundreds gathered at Australia's Lake Wissensee, the highest bathing lake, as it reopens for ice skating. Normally, the western part of the lake can be opened before Christmas. However, due to the recent almost spring-like temperatures, it was opened later. A family in Chile welcomed a 7.105 kilogram baby boy. The toddler remains in intensive care and the mother is also hospitalized. According to the doctors, this could be the biggest baby ever registered in Chile. And thousands of hundreds of worshippers danced and sang as they gathered at Rio de Janeiro's Copacabana beach on Friday to pay tribute to Iemanjá, the Afro-Brazilian deity of sea. Devotees present flowers, letters and beauty products as offerings. In US, New York City's Times Square filled up with confetti as it started preparations for its iconic New Year's Eve celebrations on Friday. Visitors and locals watched as organizers tossed confetti into the air in few enthusiastic trial runs.
Okay, we are going to take good. Oh my God! Woo! Holy! Look at that go!
And now watch this special report by our correspondent Tapas Bhattacharya as he unveils the story of online payment app Bheem's journey over the past 7 years. Catch the exclusive special report.
Hello tech enthusiasts, today we delve into the digital frontier of Bheem app, the catalyst reshaping India's payment landscape. Let's explore its evolution and revolutionary features. Stay tuned. Bheem, the trailblazer of India's digital payment revolution. Launched on December 30th, 2016 by Prime Minister Modi, it has swiftly become the poster child of India's unified payment interface movement. In a nation traditionally cash-centric, Bheem emerged as a beacon aligning with government's vision of a cashless economy. Unlike other digital wallets, Bheem directly connects to your bank account, eliminating the need for third-party wallets. Accepted by more than 100 banks, Bheem has redefined the landscape of digital transaction.
Originally germinated with the idea of providing paperless and cashless payment system to the people. Bheem provided an open source infrastructure to the fintechs to innovate. Fintechs grabbed this opportunity with both the hands, and hence we see solutions like fast-tech payments, insurance payments, EMI collections being done through Bheem UPI, which is making lives of millions of people easier.
The beauty of these transactions are, one, it is happening in tier 2, tier 3 cities and the villages of India. And second, it is happening on the retail spends of the consumer, where we are going to say suppose a local kirana store, or where we are going to a bigger mall. All across different segments are transacting through the UPI. That is what the beauty is.
Bheem UPI has been a pretty interesting innovation for India. With more than 50% of digital payments now being done through UPI, I think it has changed the way businesses operate. If you cut the collection cost, right, or bring the cost of collecting money to a fraction of what you were paying earlier, obviously it's going to have a far-reaching effect. Bheem UPI has been able to achieve exactly that.
Enter Bheem 2.0, launched in 2019, a testament to constant evolution. With features like donation gateway, increased transaction limits, and the ability to link multiple bank accounts, Bheem 2.0 is not just an app, it's a comprehensive financial solution. Speaking of languages, Bheem 2.0 speaks diversity, adding Konkani, Bhojpuri and Haryanvi apart from the existing 13 languages, making it even more accessible. Bheem's global ambitions made waves in Singapore with a successful pilot demo. In 2021, Bheem made history in Bhutan, collaborating with the Royal Monetary Authority. Bheem is a digital revolution, making waves across borders, fostering financial inclusivity and transforming the way India and the world transact. Secure, reliable and at the forefront of innovation. This is Bheem app, shaping the future of payment. With camera person Naveen, this is Tapas Bhattacharya for DD India.
All right, on to sports now. India women will face Australia women in the second ODI of 3-match series in Western Indian city of Mumbai. The women in blue are 0-1 down early in the series with defeat in their previous game. Despite playing at home, India conceded a 6-wicket loss against the visitors in Mumbai. It will be a do-or-die match for the Indian Eves to level the series. All right, and that's all for this edition of DD India Live. But let us know your thoughts on the news of the day. You can connect with us on Facebook, X formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. We'll be back with more news as it breaks here on DD India. I'm Siddharth Bharadwaj from all of us here in Delhi. Thanks for watching DD India Live.